Well, very good morning, everyone. It's George Bayruthi here from FS Securities, give you the market report for Thursday morning, the 9th of February 2023. Let's see what happened overnight. We woke up this morning to find that the Dow was down 207 points, 0.6% down. The S&P 500 down 1.1%. And the Nasdaq Technology Index was down 1.7%. Tesla continues to go higher, $201.29. That's up 2.3%. And Apple was down 1.75%. In New York, BHP and Rio were both down by 0.39%. That's on the back of iron ore price down 1.3% to $122.75 per ton. In Europe, the Stoxx 50 index, which comprises most major European markets, was steady, unchanged. However, the FTSE was up 0.26%, the DAX in Germany was up 0.6%, and the CAC in France, in Paris, was down 0.2%. The futures this morning indicate that the market most likely will open steady, slightly down. And yesterday the market was up 26 points and traded at 7,530. Remember, the highest level in January last year, that's the highest ever, was 7,634. So we're approximately 100 points below the all-time high. Gold this morning, steady at $1,875 per ounce, up 0.1%, and silver was up 0.8% and traded finally at $22.35 per ounce. Crude oil and West Texas crude oil were up. Well, Brent was up, hardly changed, but West Texas crude oil was up 1.7%. The Australian dollar was trading at 69 cents and 69.2 cents US, and the 10-year yield in America was 3.615, and we are slightly below that 10-year yield. Actually, a few months ago, our 10-year yield in Australia was higher than the 10-year yield in the US. Bitcoin this morning, 22,900. It looks like it's being steady around that level. It's been like that for nearly 5 days. And that converts to approximately 33,200 Australian dollars. Again, the highest level in Australian dollars was 88,900. And the highest level was 66,800 US, dropping to 15,600. That's the lowest level in US dollars, and the lowest level in Australian dollars was 23,700 Australian dollars. Okay, looking at the 4-day change, we find that over the last 4 days the Dow was down 144 points or 0.4%. The S&P 500 over the last 4 days unchanged, and the Nasdaq Technology Index was up 0.8%. Our market over the last 4 days was up 28 points or 0.4%. Over the year, our ASX 200, the market gauge, was up 3.6%. However, the last month we can see the change was actually 5.3%. And gold over the last 4 days was down $52 US per ounce, and silver was down 5.3%. And copper, the economic barometer, was down 1.9% over the last 4 days. Now let's have a look at our market, what we've been trading. Our 4 portfolio. We have aggressive, conservative, volume and momentum. Yesterday the market was up 0.35% and we were up across all 4 portfolios. And the best one was actually the aggressive and the Momentum, both up 0.9%. The conservative portfolio slightly below or almost the same as the ASX 200, but the volume portfolio was nearly almost double that. Change from last Friday over the last week, we find that the ASX 200 was down 0.4%. However, our 4 portfolios, 2 were up and 2 were down in comparison to the close on Saturday morning. Alright, well, let's see what we are trading in those portfolios. Here we've got, this is the conservative portfolio. We are up 24.5% since we started to trade on the 7th of July. Remember, we closed all our position before the end of June, and we set on $250,000 for each of those portfolios, and we started to trade on the 7th of July. And from the 7th of July, we find that our conservative portfolio is up nearly 24.5% on the back of Mineral Resources giving us 58% return, BHP giving us 36% return, and Scentre Group, the old Westfield, giving us 21%. In the other portfolios, the second best portfolio is actually the volume based. This is where we look at the volume the last trading day and compare that volume to the 50-day volume moving average, and we look at these stocks and compare them with the fair value. Well, we find that Mayne Pharma has got a fair value well above 2.74%. That's the price what we finished yesterday, so we decided to actually buy some more. We had 750, we added an extra 1250 at yesterday's price. Alright, now we go back to other portfolios and we find that Coronado giving us 36% return and Appen giving us 16% return since the 7th of July. And in the base on Momentum, we've got Pilbara, New Hope and WiseTech all giving us some good return. Lake Resources is a loss in this particular portfolio, and again we're going to look and see the fair value and see whether we should really keep it or close it. Lake Resources. I told you about Mayne Pharma. Core Lithium has got a good fair value and we are hanging on to it. We got $10,000 worth, so 10,000 shares bought at 12,750. Again, we're going to look at Core Lithium. Alright, well, that's all for us today. We have a short presentation today, and if you want to communicate with us, this is our phone number, 0411 259526. If you're ringing from overseas, 61, that's the country code for Australia, 61, and you don't need the 0, 61 411 259526, and you can write at George at FS Securities. FS stands for full service. George at fssecurities.com.au. Happy trading, and I hope you have a good day.